What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full Hyper Beam team. I didn't actually mean for that to rhyme either. So make sure you put your theme suggestions in the comment section below as usual, people. That would be awesome. Any feedback on the video would be great too. Now, I'm feeling a little bit better from my cold, but I thought, bugger it, I'm going to get a video up for you guys because you're all awesome, and I wanted to do this team too. It was quite fun. So I picked this one for a Mystery Monday too, even though I know it's not Monday. When does it ever land on Monday? Anyways, if you do want to have a battle against me, you can do that by checking out my chat in the description of the video too. That's where I select all my battles from. Okay, this is a pretty long battle actually, so let's do it. Okay, so I did actually have some strategy to this team. So I went for a Hyper Beam, obviously there, and it missed. Now this slaking is quite interesting. So since it's got Truant right, I gave it Hyper Beam, and obviously Hyper Beam was the only attacking move I was allowed to use, right? But I had some other little quirks with it. So I had a eject button on it too. So the idea was there to Hyper Beam the Arbok. Basically that would have done a lot of damage, and then eject button when I got hit, but unfortunately it missed, and that really screwed up that strategy for that one. So I gave it Slack Off and Toxic as well. Alright, so I've got Auroras here. This is just a Choice Specs Hyper Beam. This was probably my most simplest set here. Now this is a very interesting Arbok. It was an Acid Spray Arbok, and obviously it dropping my special defense. Right, so I'm going to get paralyzed by Glare, which is really good. So I'm having an excellent start to the battle. Not. Right, I got hit by another Acid Spray here, so that's going to drop my special defense even more. So, like, if it's got any sort of super effective special move, it's going to definitely take me out here. Okay, going for the Hyper Beam here. It's very strong from Aurora's with Refrigerate, and it's going to live on its Focus Sash here, so that sucks. If only my slaking hit it the first time. Alright, so I'm going to get hit by Mud Bomb there, which was super effective, and I just hang on, basically, because it's a low base power move, and I've got like quite a lot of health, max health. Alright, so it's going to take me out there, unfortunately, so that's my Auroras down. Probably my most powerful Hyper Beam user on my team. But very locked into it as well. That was the only thing it could really do. It was also my counter for ghost types I swapped into, but I did have another one. Okay, so Flareon is my special defensive wall with Hyper Beam too, but it has a couple of other quirks like just passing a few wishes and Will-O-Wisp. So I thought I could run a decent set with this one. Okay, so Sleepy Time's going to come in here. I couldn't really do much to it because Hypno's got like incredible special defense here. So I just went for Protect to get a little bit extra burn damage off here. And it's going to go for Hypnosis, and it's aptly named Sleepy Time. So I was like, well, it could go for it again. So I could swap back into my Slaking, right, and get a free swap in. And then maybe go for a Hyper Beam again and try that one. Okay, so into Slaking anyway, expecting the Hypnosis again. Since I'm already paralyzed, it's not going to affect me. So that's good. That's nice. So going for the Hyper Beam here, I was hoping that, I was hoping it was staying so I could get some decent damage on. It's going to go for the Zen Headbutt here. That does absolutely nothing, but I get flinched, so which really sucks because since I got the Truant ability, that's going to kick in the next turn, so I won't be able to attack. Okay, so Hypno's going for the Zen Headbutt again. It's not really doing too much, but yeah, my Truant is happening this turn. Okay, so this turn, I have to go for it. Going for the Hyper Beam now. Hypnosis. Probably thinking that I'd swap again. I nearly did here. So I'm getting the Slack off first because considering it's not really doing too much damage to me, I might as well get some extra health back. I could either stay in and just let it die to burn or swap into Flareon. Okay, so Hypno is going to swap, which was interesting, and it's going to go into Gloom. Now, I actually had quite a bit of trouble with this Gloom, which was pretty funny. So here I swapped out into another Pokemon into my Gothitelle. Now, this was a Chesto Berry set. Now, I had Trick Room on it, Rest, Sleep, Talk, and Competitive as well, and I had Hyper Beam as well. So all my Pokemon had Hyper Beam and some little strategies to them. Okay, so Gloom is going to use Sunny Day, so I'm guessing it's going to make use of Chlorophyll there, or whatever. So I'm going for the, obviously I'm going for the Hyper Beam here again. So Gloom's going to go for the Solar Beam here. It's going to make use of that Permanent Sun. And it hits my Slaking like super duper hard, considering I'm running more of a sweeping Slaking on this one. So I've got this crazy ass, absolutely terrible Slaking set with Focus Energy. So I really wanted to try it, but I couldn't in this battle. But make sure you stick around for the bloopers because it actually, it was very funny. Anyway, so into Flareon here, I have to absorb that that solar beam here. A very special defensive set, so I'm going to be able to eat up that easy. Wasn't sure if it had sludge bomb or anything. I was guessing it had some sort of poison move. Anyway, so I can easily take that one. Now, I wanted to get maybe a Will-O-Wisp on this thing. That'd be very handy. Now, Gloom is going to go for the Toxic. Now, I couldn't quite fit Heal Bell on this Flareon set, but if it was a normal tanky set on a usual sort of team, I'd be running this, instead of Hyper Beam. And I'd probably be running Lava Plume over a Will-O-Wisp as well. Okay. Now, I'm poisoned, which is bad, but I did get a burn on the Gloom. Now, I was thinking, well, Gloom probably has some form of recovery too, because it's Gloom, and you usually run any form of recovery on it. Okay, so it's going to go for Solar Beam again, so it clearly doesn't have anything else to hit me. It's used Toxic, it's used Solar Beam, it's used Sunny Day. I was like, it's either got Moonlight or it's got Venoshock or Sludge Bomb or something like that. Okay, so going for the Hyper Beam here, need to get some freaking damage on this thing. I've got no special attack EVs, so it's not going to hit very hard. I can see it's definitely a sweeping Gloom because that did probably a little bit too much there. I was guessing it was running Everlight, but it's probably running something like Heat. I was thinking probably Heat Rock to extend the sun, but that ended a bit early too, so I'm guessing Everlight, whatever. Okay, so I have to recharge here, and it's going to go for Moonlight. So I'm like, okay, it's got Moonlight. So it's going to heal when the sun's not up, and it's actually counteractive in the sun, so I guess that isn't too good combination there if it's the sun's up. Anyway, so I'm thinking, well, I'm going to get easily outstalled by this Gloom. There's absolutely nothing I can do to it. What should I do here? Should I swap into Slaking again, or should I go into something different? Trying to think how to get around this, right? So I thought, let's go into Licky Licky. I need some raw power just to take this thing out in one like freaking blow here. Okay, so Gloom's going to set up the Sunny Day again. It's got all its health back. It needs its it needs its Sunny Day there to fire off those freaking solar beams. Okay, so it's getting close to half health, so I was like, bugger it, let's go for the Hyper Beam. I'm running pretty interesting Licky Licky set here. So going for Protect here, getting another round of burn on it. Now, I've got... this was quite... You need to see the bloopers, because Licky Licky was very funny in the bloopers. So I've got Psych up on this. I've got Protect. And I've got Hyper Beam with the normal gem there. So it's quite it's quite hard with Modern Nature. Okay, so going for the Hyper Beam here, I get the normal gem boost. And since I'm running Modern Nature, it's going to hit really, really hard there. And Gloom is going to definitely go bye-bye to that one. I'd say that probably would have nearly one-shotted it. Okay, so Gloom's down. That's good. I've never had so much trouble with the Gloom. Okay, so most of my team's being revealed here, which I normally don't like doing. Okay, so this was pretty fun. So out comes the Marowak here. Now, I was like, well, I don't have much to swap into Marowak, and it actually avoids... I actually avoid the Bonerang there, which is good. Now, going for the Hyper Beam again, so I can... Like, I've obviously recharged, so going for that one. It does just over half there, so I was like, okay, so... Guessing that's a bulky Marowak. It tries to use Belly Drum, but just misses there, so I'm very, very lucky there. I wouldn't have liked that getting a Belly Drum up. And it's got leftovers as well, instead of Thick Club, so that's, usually, that's definitely why it didn't hit hard, which is interesting. Normally you always see it with Thick Club. Okay, so it's going for a Bonerang again. It's not really doing too much there. It's got very, very tiny attack without the Thick Club there. Okay. I guess the Belly Drum makes up for it, so it's quite an interesting set. This person did have a very cool set, so I like some of them. Okay, so Licky Licky's got about one good turn left in him, and it turned out it had to Protect, so I'm like, damn. So that's my Licky Licky down there to basically to the toxic damage, so bye-bye Licky Licky, but it did well getting past that Gloom there. And now I was like, well, I can't let Marowak set up a Belly Drum. I need to do some damage to it and take it out really quickly. So I did have Slaking. I knew that would, definitely take it out there, or just do some really chunk of damage to it. So I thought they may be tempted to use Belly Drum because it's paralyzed too. Okay, so Marowak is going to go for the Belly Drum here. I was like, please don't get paralyzed, because then I'll get Truant, and then I'll get some lefties back, and then it'll be bad. Thank God I don't. I get the Hyper Beam off here, and with Slaking, it's going to hit pretty hard, and it's only on a little bit of health anyway. So that overkill there. So Marowak's down. That's good. Right, so the battle is starting to even up. So Arbok, it comes in again, and it's going to use Acid Spray here on my Slaking, which is already on Truant at the moment, so it's going to drop my Special Defense. Okay, so Acid Spray being its main stab attack is going to take me out this turn, because I had that Special Defense drop, doubled the Special Defense drop there, so that's my Slaking down, and Slaking's Special Defense is shaky at the best of times. Anyway, Okay, so I've got 3 pokes left, and we need to get rid of this freaking Arbok. So this was pretty funny. So I get hit by the Mud Bomb here. Does super effective damage to me. I go for the Will-O-Wisp because I want to save Hyper Beam. I don't want to be bait. Like, that's the problem. That's why Hyper Beam is such a bad move, because you use it and then you're bait. Then the fucking Shed Skin pops off. I'm like, damn. So I was like, I can't afford for that to happen again. Or I'll use Will-O-Wisp the next time, it'll probably miss, or Shed Skin will activate again. It's like, bugger it, let's just go for the Hyper Beam this turn. I don't even care. I need to kill this thing. It's so annoying. Okay, so Mud Bomb. I just left that Mud Bomb there. I'm going to die to the Toxic anyway, so that's fine. I get an accuracy drop. I'm like, damn, this better not miss. It doesn't, and the Hyper Beam is going to be enough to take out the Arbok on, well, 1 health. Okay, so Arbok's down, and I'm going to die to the Toxic damage here. Even though I've got leftovers, I'm going to go down to that one. Okay, so I'm down to my last 2 Pokemon here. I really need to get something happening. Oh, sorry, I actually lived this one. So, anyways, I'm down to my last Pokemon because I'm already on the recharge for Hyper Beam, and basically just Hypno can take me out with the Zen Headbutt there. So it's a physical Hypno. I've run physical and special Hypno. It's pretty fun. Okay, so I really need to get some big plays happening here. So I thought, well, I could swap in Gothitelle here. Now, this set was to set up Trick Room and help out some of my slower Pokemon like Aurorus, Licky, and one more Pokemon I haven't revealed yet, which I'll get to in a sec. Okay, so I set my Trick Room up there, and Hypno is going to go down to the Will-O-Wisp there. But even though it used Hypnosis, I had Chesto Berry anyway, so I would have woken up. And plus I got Rest, Sleep, Talk. Yes, obviously it's a very gimmicky moveset to just suit this style of theme team. Okay, so I like this Raticate too. So I went to Hyper Beam. I was just like, bugger, I need to get as much damage as I can possibly. It used a Shadow Ball, so it's like a special Raticate. So I'm like, oh shit. So here, it's going to go for the Charge Beam and try and boost its special attack here, which is pretty cool there. Since I'm recharging, I need to just get as much damage on this thing as I can possible. So Hyper Beam is a 3k because I don't have any special attack at all in like bulk. Raticate just lives there. It's going to go for the Shadow Ball there. It didn't get the boost on Charge Beam there. Still does pretty heavy damage to me. So I'm going to die the next turn, but Raticate is in like good range to take out for my final Pokemon. Okay, so Gothitelle did good there, taking a couple of those hits and taking the Raticate down to full health. So the last Pokemon I'm using is the mighty Regigigas. I wanted to use this and like make use of its awesome special move called being Hyper Beam. Okay, so Raticate's going to go for the Super Fang there, which is cool. It's going to do some just half my health, which is bad. I was expecting maybe like a little bit of damage because it's a special set, so that's cool. So I've got the Paralyze on that now. Now I don't want to use Hyper Beam because I don't want to have to recharge on the last Pokemon. So here I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray. Since I just want it to hit itself in confusion, then I'll be right for the next Pokemon. And my printer's doing a crazy clean at the moment in the background. Cool. Okay, so Raticate is going to go for the Ice Beam. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to freeze Haxby. Like, no. Okay, so my lefties is pretty much going to heal that up, which is good. Right, so here this is my last move I had on, which is Foresight. I just went for Foresight because I didn't have any other moves to use and I didn't want to use Hyper Beam. Plus, if they have a Ghost Pokemon, I can use Foresight there, and that's another way around the Ghost typing, getting Wall Bite. Right, so this is cool. I've got the Raticate down. It hit the Self Confusion. I've got over half health. This is a max special defense, max attack Regigigas. Okay, so going for the Thunder Wave there. I've got my act together. I'm pretty sure I got my act together. Anyway, Machoke is expecting some sort of fighting move from Machoke. It gets paralyzed the first turn, which is good. I'm like, phew. Right. So Lefties is doing some wonders to my health here. So I was like, well, if I get a Confuse Ray on it, then I can go for the Hyper Beam the next turn. That should do some really good damage to it. I was like, it might be Everlight. Most of the time it's going to be running Everlight. But I wasn't really sure because a lot of these sets were quite different. Okay, so it hits itself for Confusion. I'm like, bugger this. It's time to go for Hyper Beam and see what item it has. And, you know, even if I don't kill it, it's going to have a good chance to hit itself in Confusion. Okay, so going for the mighty Regigigas Hyper Beam here. Did that just come out of its balls? And that takes out the Machoke. So obviously it was a very different set there, sweeping set. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. It was fun. Peace out. you.